All right, Shalom. I'd like to say Kal Halayim, Wahawallah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodash. Right, that belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace and blessings to the Akim around the world that push this truth to the four corners of the earth. Right, there's Yaraba. So I'll go through a few precepts. I'll entitle it Meditate the Scriptures Daily. If you're not ready and truly is meditating on these scriptures and actually staying in the Word is what has keep you separate from the world. You understand? I'll get that quick in John. That is in John. It's John 17. I'll start from 14, right? John 17 verse 14. I'll try not to make this too long. It say, well, as your spirit will, you'll see how it go. It say, I have given them thy word. And the word represent what? These scriptures. Right? It say, and the world had hated them, right? It say, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Why? Because we do things according to these scriptures. The scripture even talk about in Acts to the men who used to search the scriptures daily, to see if those things were true. They used to meditate the scriptures constantly, and they used to search the scriptures constantly. You understand? That is a good characteristic. You understand? Because when you're not meditating any word, then you'll meditate on things outside of the word, which could be the world. That was saying in the world, let's say something about the devil. The devil is use idle hands. Like when somebody not doing something like constructive, right? That is the kind of people who is quicker to go and do foolishness. You understand? Because they have nothing useful to do. Like somebody saying down home whole day doing nothing. Eventually they might start to get idle and go and do foolishness because they have too much time on their hands. Because they ain't focusing on nothing responsible. They will actually go and do something foolish. Just to pass time. And the same thing similar with this word. If you're not actually meditating on the word, then you'll be meditating on something outside of the word. And eventually that is where your focus will start to develop around. And the scriptures say what? They say where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. You understand? Now, that don't mean that you can't do certain things in the world, just like scripture go and say here. Right? It also say that is in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, I believe is 7:31, if I remember correctly. It say use the world but not abuse it. You never say that you can't do things in the world, but you had to stay in the word. You understand? You had to use the discernment of the scriptures to be able to actually go about doing things the correct way, and to have discretion on how much and what to do and so forth. All these things come from what? Meditating the word, hearing the word, understanding the word, and dwelling in the word often. Right? These are the things that is build your spirit and so forth. Say verse 15, it say, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, right? Because here we had to be to do our job, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil, right? From any foolishness. Even though brothers would do certain things, brothers will go and watch a movie, so forth and so forth. It's not to say like they're like everybody else in the movie theater. You understand? They still meditate the word constantly. Even when they're watching the movie, scriptures gonna be running through their head. Constantly meditating the word. These are the things that just keep you in the spirit and keep your level of discernment up. Right? Say verse 16, it said, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. It says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. And now go back to what? The word represents the scriptures. Meditating it constantly. Say Joshua 1 verse 8, it says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Because as soon as Israel started to drift away from the word, they used to start to go and do a lot of coonery. Now, it had the elect that always used to, stay in it in some way, but, the others, that is the reason why the Lord used to have the word posted on the doorposts. They would read it on the Sabbath, constantly drilling it in the mind, because Israel is rebellious. You understand? And knowing that we are of that rebellious nation, you always have to try to keep yourself in order. You don't want to go astray. You understand? You always have to be meditating this word and trying to keep yourself in the spirit. All right, I'll read it over. It says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." And that good success doesn't refer to, being able to build a skyscraper or having $1 billion in your bank account. You understand? These scriptures refer to us as what? The poor of this world, rich in faith. That good success going back to being how the Lord wanted to be. Trying to be that perfect man. Storing up those spiritual treasures in heaven. Where you will actually be able to reap that success on the physical. But just not in this kingdom. And also, as the apostles also say, in the time of tribulation also. With our other brothers that say the same thing. In the time of tribulation, when hell break loose, that is when all that success will start to pay off. Because while everybody being attacked by wild animals and starving, Lord's will, you wouldn't be in that position also. Right? It says Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 1, right? It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof," and there's a characteristic of the righteous. There's meditate on the scriptures. Like even if a brother can't get ideas to do videos, you'll know that he not really meditating. Okay, if you meditate on these scriptures constantly, ideas will come in your head. You'll watch news clips. The Spirit will lead you to do a video, all these different things. You understand? All these things, meditate in the scriptures constantly. You always have to remain in that mindset. Always. You understand? Occupied in the meditation thereof, it say, "will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, and be occupied in prophecy." And the apostles deemed this year what? The year of prophecy. And we've seen a lot of prophecies being fulfilled right now. You understand? So prophecy is something you're supposed to be involved in. You can't be a prophet if you ain't involved in prophecy. You understand? Unless he's a wife. If he's a wife, all you have to do is cook and, take care of whoever and follow laws. But if he's a prophet of the Lord, you understand? What are the men of the Lord? You got to be occupied in prophecy. You got to be feeding the sheep. You understand? You got to be a good watchman. All these different things. Right? See verse 2, it say, "He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also." You understand? Those subtle parables go back to what? It's like what the scripture saying in Proverbs, to know a parable and their dark sayings. You understand? All these breakdowns are considered parables, and we just learn them so that we could be able to go and teach the people what they actually mean, to decode it for them. All of these things you get after time of being occupied in prophecy. Because scriptures say what? The Lord revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. If you're not occupied in prophecy, then the Lord have no reason to reveal anything unto you. Right? It says verse 3, it says, "He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences, and be conversant in dark parables." And that is really where you're supposed to be. As a man of the Lord, you're supposed to be occupied in prophecy and keeping your mind in the scriptures constantly. You understand? That is the mindset it's supposed to have, because that is what is actually keep you separate from the world. The scripture even talk about the righteous women, being chaste, and being of the Lord's, so that they wouldn't be caught up in the conversations of the women. Just paraphrasing. Because if their mind not meditating on scriptures and what the Lord actually say and so forth, they will get caught up with all these other heathen women, or these women of Israel who rebellious and doing these things. That's why the scriptures say, well, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. If you line around unbelievers and your mind are meditating on the Lord, you will get caught up in their nonsense. because you will start to adapt their nonsense. You understand? That is why, and even as man, it's the man of the Lord, when you're actually mingling around these people, your mind had to be meditating on these scriptures also. Because when you're around these other jakes out here, these two-thirds, they're not meditating righteousness, they're not rehearsing righteousness, and they're not edifying anything. Most of this talk about is adultery or some kind of coonery. You understand? You always have to keep your mind separate from them. While they meditating foolishness and what to do for carnival and all these different nonsense, you gotta be meditating righteousness. You understand? Always trying to stay in that righteous mindset so that their spirits wouldn't jump on you. You understand? You always have to try to stay in the spirit as much as possible. And there's something you always have to practice. You always have to practice meditating these scriptures. You have to practice praying. Keep staying in the spirit, all these different things. Because we know the closer we come to the end, is the more sifting going to take place. Is the more people going to fall out. And sometimes people just fall out and they don't even know they fall out. That is how serious it is. Sometimes you could think you're on the right track and you think you're doing the correct thing, not knowing you're being vain. You know, you're being rebellious. That's why it's hard to constantly be praying, constantly have faith, you know, do what you're supposed to do and hope that the Lord show mercy. Because it's an easy thing to be destroyed. And you wouldn't even know you're destroyed while being destroyed. Everybody else will see it except you. You understand? So always try to have a meditative mindset, meditate on the scriptures. Always try to keep yourself humble and just do what you're supposed to do. You understand? Because it's a tough thing to actually stay firm in a society like this where everything's structured to work against you. You know? But it's through these scriptures and the spirit is how we will be stable. I'll bring down our last precept. Isaiah 33 verse 6, you say, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. This is what will keep you stable. You understand? These scriptures through the Spirit to the Most High through His Son. You understand? This is what will keep you stable. This is what will keep your mind centered. It's the strength of salvation. It's the fear of the Lord is His treasure. You know, so I hope it was edifying. With that, I say shalom. You know, stay strong.